animation producer Michael Kaufman says nothing brings him to life like the Vietnamese dishes at his favorite spot. For shareable dishes in a lively atmosphere, he heads to Gabriella's Vietnam.
My name is Thanh Nguyen. I'm the chef owner at Gabriella, Vietnam. Gabriella is my daughter name. That's my first daughter. She's 12 years old now. I want she know I always love her and remember her in my head. I see like a lot of Vietnamese restaurants open, but they keep open the same thing. They just do the same thing, menu, everything the same. And for me, I say, okay, I will do different. I do whatever Vietnamese restaurant they don't have it, I will do it. So people will know more about Vietnam. Here, I will bring on the different dish, very popular in Vietnam, to here. So whoever wants to try, they can try it here first. So when they travel to Vietnam, at least they know what is that and they don't scare to try it. My favorite thing to be in the restaurant is, I can say, it's satisfy myself because I love to cook. That's I think is my favorite thing, be a chef and work in the restaurant.
Michael, you said that Gabriella's is really memorable. What about your first visit stuck with you?
Everything. I feel like when I walked into Gabriella's, it was so warm and vibrant. The staff there, the wait staff, was just so accommodating and so nice. I really feel like from the moment we sat down, it was just so fun. The food was, I've never tasted food like that before. That's like the first thing that hit me.
This time around, you started off with the savory crepes.
Yes.
How were they?
Amazing. So usually crepes, I feel like, are soft, and these were kind of crispy on the outside, and they had like a mint and a basil.
And the coriander, and that's great.
Yeah, everything together, and I just feel like those flavors are flavors that I don't often have, and there were not enough crepes on the plate.
Should have gotten another round.
Yeah.
Jeff, you tried the savory crepes too. What did you think?
We did. They were great. I agree with Michael that sometimes a crepe is just, you think of it just something just sits there, and these were crispy with not only the crepes but some of the other dishes. You had the plate full of fresh herbs. They were able to make a vegetarian version for my daughter and son-in-law who were with us. They were very accommodating.
Charisse, you kicked off your meal with the water fern dumplings.
I did.
What did you think of those?
Yeah, so I thought the water fern dumplings were great. It was like a nice little bite just to get you ready for the main course. Overall, I thought the spices were fresh. It came with a minced shrimp. Which added like a nice texture. But what was great is that the appetizer came with a sauce, like a fish sauce that was spicy, but it wasn't too overbearing. The dried herbs in terms of like the pork and the onions, it was just a really nice combination.
Oh yeah, a lot of the dishes come with fresh herbs, and I know you were really struck by the herbs that were offered.
I was. They just really added a lot to the meal. With that, also with the winter flounder, which was our entree, with the vermicelli and the herbs and the fish was just amazing.
See, I have to go back because you both now have had things that I haven't had, and I'm like, what is that?
That's the reason to keep going back, is
exactly.
to try new things.
Exactly.
A staple dish that I feel like is one of their most popular, the shaken beef.
Yes.
Did you have that?
Did we all have that?
We all had that.
Oh, we did.
We did. Okay, so this was a flavor explosion is what I'd like to describe it as, because not only was, to me, the meat cooked perfectly, it was so tender and savory but a little sweet. I think it had tomatoes and onions and the cucumbers.
Yes.
And however they spiced that, or seasoned it, I should say, was just something I've never experienced before. Maybe I should get out more, but I think that this was like hands down my favorite. Favorite.
The marinade and the seasoning on that were fabulous. And I joke, as we walked in, they had a little blackboard in the front that said, it described the shaken beef, and it said, the ingredients, the ginger, the garlic, and it says, sexy, sexy beef. And I said, I don't normally order a lot of beef when I'm out, but I saw that. I said, let's see how sexy it is. And it was over the top sexy, sexy beef.
And Charisse, you got it too. What did you think?
Yes, I loved it. Like you said, it was definitely an explosion of flavors. It was just a great combination with the sauce that they gave.
Oh, it's nice and balanced.
It was balanced. It was it was savory, and you still got a little bit of spice. So I enjoyed it.
And you dined with your daughter and son-in-law who are both vegan.
Yes.
And the restaurant was really great about making accommodations for you.
They were. They made an accommodation on the crepes. They did on the waterfront dumplings as well, because it comes with like the pork and shrimp crackling that's normally part of it. They put that in a separate bowl. But then there are other vegetarian things on the menu. The vegan hot pot, which is a mushroom broth with tofu and bok choy, which was delicious. The lemongrass tofu they had, we all shared. And even just something as simple as the tiny little sauteed bok choy was just great.
And Michael, you got the seafood fried shrimp as well, and that had a unique presentation.
Yeah, it came on a banana leaf, which was beautiful. I again asked the server, like, what's your most popular fried rice? And she recommended the seafood fried rice, and it was amazing. Like, I have never had fried rice like this. It was a little sticky, but it was also light, and everything in it just meshed so well with the rest of our meal. I highly recommend that also if you go back.
Did anyone here get desserts?
We got desserts. We shared a caramel flan, and there was a cheesecake, and I can't remember now what the topping was. It was a creme brulee cheesecake. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's what put it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it had the little creme brulee on top, good firm cheesecake on the bottom.
It was in like the little, like you can tap it with a spoon and it cracks a little bit.
Exactly.
Oh, that's fancy.
Exactly. That's what it was.
And in terms of the value, Charisse, do you feel as though the prices were on point?
Oh, definitely, especially for the portions and the quality of food that you got. As far as the staff is concerned, I found them to be just very energetic and helpful. The exposed kitchen really offers an opportunity for people to feel, invited. And so it really created a sense of belonging. And so I'm happy that I had the opportunity to dine there. Enjoyed it.
It's almost like you're getting a home-cooked meal.
Oh, yeah. I agree with you.
In someone's
kitchen.
in someone's kitchen, and you're having that exposure and it just feels like there's a lot of love there, which is the reason why I love this restaurant. The love breeds the love, I guess.
Yeah, they're passionate about what they do, and the food is exceptional. And like you said, we think of banh mi or pho, and we don't have any exposure to Vietnamese beyond that. And I think the chef calls it Vietnamese street food, and it's like, that's a pretty good street.
Yeah.
Well, Michael, this was your pick. Sum it up for us.
If you want to try something different and not be disappointed, Gabriella's is the place.
Charisse, what are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts is if you want to feel included and a part of an experience, it's definitely the place to be, and just getting an overall global feel of Vietnamese food in general.
And Jeff, what are your final thoughts?
Yeah, definitely, exposed to new types of Vietnamese food, just exceptional flavors in every dish, great accommodating staff, and a lot of energy in the room.
Plan your own visit to Gabriella's Vietnam, located at 1837 East Passyunk Avenue in Philadelphia. 272-888-3298. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab per person without drinks is $35.